April is Financial Literacy Month, and in this economic era of uncertainty, it might be beneficial to teach your kids about financial literacy. Always a good idea. A new study from Bankrate shows that early financial education is directly linked to healthy financial habits and successful salary negotiations. Here to talk about more financial literacy is Bankrate Analyst Alex Gailey. Alex, thank you for joining us here.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yes, first explain financial literacy, what it is, or financial education for those who are not aware, and what it all entails.
Financial literacy is the skills and the knowledge that is needed to manage money effectively. So the whole point of financial literacy is to empower people to have the tools and knowledge they need to hopefully achieve financial stability and build wealth over time.
Money is often considered a taboo topic in households, but how can breaking that silence, talking to your kids about money, how it works, your finances, how can that have a positive impact on them and how they manage money as they grow?
Well, we have data at Bankrate that shows that early exposure to financial education is linked to better financial outcomes. So 66% of Americans who grew up with that strong financial upbringing have successfully negotiated pay raises during their careers, and that is compared to 39% of Americans who didn't have that exposure. We also found that the percentage of Americans who had that strong upbringing also were more likely to practice better financial habits over the last year, such as setting a budget, saving for an emergency, or checking their credit score. And so what this means is that over the long term, there are a lot of potentially positive effects to talking about money in the house with your kids and to just giving them that early exposure and ability to feel comfortable talking about money, because we do know money tends to be a very taboo topic, or at least historically it's been. And so creating space in your household to have those healthy dialogues about money is critical, and it's more likely to lead to financial success for your kids.
Yeah, and it can help them just in everyday life as they grow older and try to gain responsibilities. At our house, we say, okay, you have to pay for it. So now we talk about the money part and even just numbers when they're little. Also, it's almost graduation season. A lot of students are going to be getting money. They're going to be getting jobs. Everyone looks forward to getting those graduate cards with the cash or the checks in them. So how do you suggest parents teach kids about budgeting that new income?
Well, it's important for parents to talk with their kids about living within their means, and the way to do that is with a budget. It can be really tempting for young adults in the real world to spend that big first paycheck and fall into lifestyle creep. But really, in order for them to live in their means, they have to know their numbers. And the way they know their numbers is by tracking what they're bringing in and what they're spending every month. And so there's a ton of budgeting techniques out there. There's not a perfect answer to how you should go about it, but most financial experts recommend starting with the 50-30-20 rule, which mainly suggests that 50% of your net income goes to your needs, 30% goes to your wants, and then 20% goes to your savings. And so that's kind of a great framework to start. And then parents can help their kids tailor it based on their lifestyle preferences or their financial goals. I think it's really important that when young adults are first starting out with their budgets, that they are attaching these to financial goals so that they feel motivated to keep track of what's coming in and out. But in addition to budgeting, which is super important, parents should be talking to their kids about saving money and making sure they have that emergency fund, as well as negotiating even that first salary, because that's going to really set them up for success in the years to come. And it's going to be an important number that does dictate what they earn for the years to come.
And any other ways that parents can approach the money conversations with their kids, help them build their confidence to talk about it?
So there's no one-size-fits-all approach to financial literacy. This is mainly a conversation that is being had in the home. We know that there isn't standardization when it comes to personal finance courses and in school necessarily. There's some states that allow it, but generally I would encourage really parents to just create space to have those healthy dialogues. And there's a lot of different ways you can go about it. 3 suggestions I have for parents who want to have these conversations is making sure that they're turning real life examples into teachable moments. And so that kind of also takes the pressure off parents to have these really serious money conversations. They can simply talk about it when they're at the grocery store or doing something that relates to money and explain to their kid why they should know this and why it's important. They should also tailor the conversations to their kids' age. And lastly, they should give their kids an opportunity to earn and manage their own money and have their own financial goals. So they can really learn the importance of having their own money and what it means when they spend it or what it means when they save it, and just understand the longer term implications of effective money management.
Yeah, very helpful tips, and parents, I'm sure this is something they can pick up on and incorporate into their routine, even if it just takes some time, because kids, when they get into college, that's when those bills really start to come in. So you have to know how to handle your money. I really appreciate you joining us right here at 5.
Thank you so much.